Oh, do you go now?
No, that's fine. I'll go.
Are we back on, is it? You just are so sneaky.
You went 3, 2, and then I pressed go.
Oh my god.
What? Why? When? Who said
Not
three?
yet.
Did.
It's
I didn't count down.
No, he just said it's 22.
Oh, I thought you were counting.
It's 10-2. 22. Thank you, sorry.
And the door's still open. And the windows are still open.
Hi
The
guys,
windows
welcome
are
back
fine,
to
the door
Madness.
is not. Thank you for joining us. Back again on this Glasgow 2024 Twitch stream. We're doing the best we can in the heat.
The
It's
privilege
kinda
is you
warm
guys
today.
get the bloopers. They're just straight up, they're just there.
Yeah.
Forever. Yeah.
And then occasionally get made into shorts to get
I was
put
about
into
to
different
say.
things.
Eventually the bloopers just get turned into reels.
Yeah. Which is always fun. I
Yeah.
believe we have a TikTok account
We
that's
have a
starting to get
TikTok
full of them.
It's got like 5 videos on it. It's great.
We're getting
Kyla
there.
worked so hard to get those slogans just to do the bee dance bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Definitely worth it.
Awesome. So we've just had a bit of story time and a bit of item attunement. What?
You're looking at me, it was him.
Story time.
Story time.
So what is happening now?
Locate object, turn into cloud.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Hmm.
object are we locating?
The
Barrow.
trident.
Barrow is not an object.
Yeah.
Agree
No,
to
what's his
disagree.
intelligence?
Objectify your cousin.
He's a blockhead. Yeah, I think we'll say our farewells to Poyan and Mudlump. Wish them the best. Chocolate coated almonds.
Wish them the best. Chocolate going up.
Chocolate coated almonds. That's Adolin's sayonara. Chocolate coated almonds.
Material world colloquialism you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, it doesn't translate well into Sylvan.
Perelmar slang. Chocolate coated almonds. We're real classy in Perelmar.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
We're delirious.
One final thought. If this was Garrin's armor,
Why?
and we rock up to the Collector's Palace wearing it, is he going to go, I know the last person that wore that, and I exiled them, and who the fuck are you to be
Did-
wearing that? And
Did the collector exile him? Am I
no, I'm
somebody
reaching,
did.
I was
yes.
gonna say.
reaching.
We're reaching by saying it's Garrett's.
Well, do you remember Garrin's story?
He was raised in the Winter Feywild.
Mhm.
He was...
Exiled for some reason at a point in time.
Garrin. Pages of conversations with Garrin.
I wish you could control F real notes.
Yeah.
We call Garrin about the Feywild, the Collector's Palace, and the Winter Fey. This is mostly common knowledge for us by now. Yeah, we didn't talk about Garrin much in that conversation. This might be in my other notebook. Yeah, he was raised in the Winter Feywild, is the kind of the gist of it, I believe, and doesn't live there anymore. And also is allergic to the touch of religious figures.
But see, that's kind of the thing that made me think maybe it could conceivably be him, because he gave up his oath. That is a big deal. So maybe some sort of form of
If
punishment.
that's... Yeah.
Did Mudlump not say that it was the armor of somebody from the material plane, though?
No, a mortal.
Yes, immortal.
Oh, Amort.
Immortal, which could be... Like, Garrin's a half-elf?
Never
Oh,
have.
for God's sake.
We have no idea what the fuck. You
We
did.
don't-
You were
we
like.
don't see race.
You did like favored 4 or whatever on him, and you weren't able to get a read.
I just got the damage resistances, which I could tell didn't come from him like innately. It
His
was like
items,
it was
yeah.
yeah. That was about it. He had pointy ears though, right?
He
Cool.
did indeed.
That doesn't narrow it then.
How pointy were they?
How pointy?
Were they
There's a
like
lot of variation.
my pointy?
Were they Kai pointy? Were they?
High pointy. Yeah.
How pointy are Kai's ears?
Hard to tell.
Behind the hair.
Hard to tell.
As a half elf, they can be as pointy as you want them to be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shit. No, I don't.
I mean,
They're
doesn't
this pointy.
change much.
Did Mudlump meet the knight that left Kit here?
Mhm.
If we were to describe that individual to them
Ooh.
and describe Garrin, would this ring any bells?
I feel like it would be
Image.
better for Mudlump to describe them to us.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's go with that.
Than being like, is it this one specific person?
So he's
No,
like,
wow.
all you humanoids look the same to me.
It
He
was probably
would-
a while ago.
He would say it was a long time ago, several hundred years we're talking.
Oh.
Welcome's old. Damn.
You look
Mother
really
is immortal.
You look really great.
He
Damn.
will persist until he is killed.
That's
He'll
wild.
keep going until he stops going.
And
Yeah.
he's figured out. He's really figured out how to live his life proper.
Yeah. Permanent retirement.
Yeah.
Mm.
Does he remember anything?
If we were to
Race?
show,
Right.
minor illusion, a picture of Garrin, would that trigger anything in his mind?
He would be able to say that the individual had white hair.
Good enough for me.
What does
Done.
Garrin look like?
Garrin has long
You're like,
white hair.
does it look like this person? But I don't know what this person looks like.
Sorry, I don't know what this character from our Theatre of the Mind game looks like.
Excuse me, theories are the mind. I think the fuck not. Alex, paint us a mini of Garrin.
Okay, I'll go buy one and I'll do it for the next session. Well,
Oh my god.
he would say that the individual had bright white hair, but other than that, all he knew was male and mortal.
Ears.
Had them.
Had ears.
Can I confirm ears?
Can't confirm.
He said they were maybe slightly pointed, but he has no idea to like. He never asked him his heritage.
That's fair.
That's fair.
What's
I
our
don't tend to do that when I meet people.
That would be weird.
It
Yeah.
would be.
what's our sending stone situation again?
We have
We
one.
have one.
That's you
deserve that.
must be glad we do this to each other equally as well.
Yeah, you do
Ears
it to
has
me all
them.
the blinking
Sending
time.
stone have one. Who's got the other one?
It takes like 3 minutes to get an
Garrin
answer.
or Ursho, or
Anything.
I think it's Ursho has
Ursho
it.
has
And last,
it.
yeah.
No, you gave it to Karen.
No, Ursho
That's
has it, and then
good.
last time we used it, we were like, "Can you get Garrin so we
is
can
that what
chat
was?
to it?"
Okay.
Yeah.
We could ask.
So
Garrin.
presumably
I mean,
Ursho
okay.
still has it.
Will this change anything if we know?
No.
We could. I'm worried that if we show up to the Collector's Palace with this suit of armor, it's going to mean something.
So niche. It's so
It
many years
is.
ago. How good a memory do you think that this guy actually has?
He's
Also, like,
the best.
Eidetic.
Yeah. I would just want to send one message to Garrin saying, Winter's Embrace, was this yours? And can we wear this to the Collector's Palace? Or just something along those lines and leave it at that.
Sure. Sending stone.
As just like a super quick one and done.
Maybe just Winter's Embrace was this yours because that is powerful. Just to immediately like scare the shit out of her and be like, I know what you did.
Found your name in something. Suit of armor, very nice, fits well.
Thanks for the armor, XOXO.
It's got like one of those little tags they used to get in like your school gym kit that just says like Garrin Lightbringer.
Yeah.
Shit, he was
That
Garrin
would be
Lightbringer all the way back then.
Highly convenient if that were the case.
Garrin Lightbringer, primary 7.
Fledgling knight.
Yeah.
Bless.
We do sending to Ursho. Yeah.
Okay, what are you sending to Ursho?
Can you ask Garrin
Please ask Garrin.
if he had
Was
Winter's Embrace?
Please ask Garrin, was Winter's Embrace armor his?
If so, can wear to collectors?
If so,
And then this emoji.
Can
is
please?
Please.
it safe to wear to Collector's Palace? You want to tell them Adolин's not wearing it?
Why don't we just say,
No.
Fits well.
will we just say, will the collector recognize this?
Yeah.
Would be
I
better
like to
than-
think all three of us are like holding the sending stone and is like cutting in and out with who's speaking.
I do actually need you to fit this all into
Right.
Yeah.
messages because we are going to have to
Right,
check whether or
can
not it's going to make it.
You please ask
Please ask
Garrin if Winter's Embrace armor was his.
Yes.
If so, safe to wear to.
Will the collector recognize
Recognize
it?
If so, will the collector
Recognize it.
it?
Is that
That's
17?
17.
Okay.
17.
Well, do. Let's not
Do
do
you
this
roll or
well.
do we roll?
I believe I roll because you
Cool.
don't get to know whether or not it makes it through.
We just decided twice.
What is it? It's like 5% or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. it was fine.
Why are you like...
Interesting.
Excellent.
It was really fucking close to not
Oh.
going.
Oh, so it did.
It has gone.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then-
Nick.
Okay, there would be a long pause.
What? You mean he doesn't have the answer to this? Just off
Garrin's
the top
not
of
just
his
there.
head?
Yeah, and I'm going to work out where Garrin is just now.
Cool. Shall we do... I'll locate and then just head in that direction.
Locate object only has a range of 1,000 feet, so I think we'd need to get.
Start heading towards the mountains first, because we know that's which way he was going.
Yeah, we were going to backtrack to where we last left off when we left Varro's trail. Pick
Find the
it
trail.
back up there, carry on in that direction, occasionally kind of like double check as we go to like
Yeah. Okay.
make sure we're staying on track.
And I have that thing that you get advantage.
Oh yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Huh. This is like a Bard College thing, right? Sick.
Yeah, advantage on ability checks to forest, navigate, or track. If I play a little song.
You
I
just
have
like,
to come out of windness to do that, but yeah.
fuck, and Kai just a cappella over the telepathic bonds.
Yeah, I like that.
Start singing Journey or something.
Soaring, flying.
We don't have the rights for that.
Shut down.
Okay, after about 10 minutes, you would hear a very different voice back through
Oh,
the
a
sending
very
stone.
different voice.
And it is Garrin.
Oh.
Oh, what a dog.
And he would send the message back of, where did you find this?
Ah, I knew it.
It is his.
Do not take this.
Whoa. Thank God we checked. Why? Please elaborate. He has to elaborate.
Do you want to send that back?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Please elaborate. It was gifted by a beekeeper.
Cyclops called Mudlump.
Cyclops
You remember
called
him?
Mudlump.
He says, hey.
Adolin has already attuned to it.
He lives. Yeah. You got all like 8 words left? He lives in a protected clearing.
Sure.
Yeah. It's not yours anymore, Garrin. You don't get it.
Like, no, I left that there for safekeeping. I'm coming back for it.
It's been centuries. Fucking come back or not.
We'll wait for, I don't know, like 20 minutes, and if nothing happens, we'll just send it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
There would be a very short pause this time, like maybe a minute, before you get an answer back that just says, leave it there.
That's so. Come on, man. Like, we're not gonna pay. We're not.
What if you just take it and put it in a bag?
Literally,
You
like.
got a bag to hold
I
it.
can probably take the thing and be like, we're not going to just follow your orders blindly.
You're not our boss.
You need to give us more information.
You're not our boss.
You're not a boss, man.
Adolin's just stood at the side feeling very sheepish, like in this armor now, as you two are just like, like we tell him off. We tell him
You
off.
look great. You look great.
I kind of want it for more than just aesthetic, but thank you.
It's a fucking great aesthetic.
Okay. It's like a small argument over a sentence.
I mean, he's being a dick. He needs to respect us better.
It's nice to know
You're our
that
boss?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
we.
Well-
I think.
He's your boss's boss.
He's no.
He's our
you're still
employer's
current-
boss.
I'm sorry. Like.
You're still currently under the employer of...
Yeah.
Am I still on special assignment for Garrin directly?
Oh,
Yes.
Cool.
Your
He's
boss.
my boss.
That's why. But that's yeah.
So you two are currently under the pay of Ursho because you haven't had your last payment from them.
Let's be real clear.
Okay.
All of us want this to go well. It's nothing to do with whether or not we're employed for it.
Yes.
So
But
our
it does.
point, our
so
point stands.
Garen would be your two's boss's boss
That's
because
not
he's
our boss.
Ursho's boss.
That's not our
Um,
boss.
And you are currently on a special mission for him.
Yeah.
which is the only reason why you've gotten out of like your patrols and stuff.
Yep.
I
I assume
a
I'm.
bit later. They want into a patrol now.
But the special mission stops him being like court-martialed for that.
He is AWOL.
I assume I'm still on special mission, even though I'm on a different plane.
Anyway, what does he say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, what would he say? You've asked him to like tell you more, haven't you?
There is
Yeah,
so much
just
at
give
stake
us a
here, Garrin.
specific-
I said that we're not going to just follow his orders blindly. He needs to give us more information.
Very clear that Polly's saying this.
Yeah.
It's just Polly's voice coming at me like, no, you'll tell me more.
I'm setting boundaries.
Very clear ones.
We need to have a precedent set.
Oh god, what would Garrin say?
This feels kind of like, this feels personal to Garrin. He doesn't want to talk about it. He's just like, leave it behind. It was just a phase, all right. I don't need to be reminded.
Yeah.
Because if it's just personal, no, we're taking it.
Okay. I think you would get back. Christ.
Is he about to go off on us? Is this about to be a bollocking from the boss?
Oh, who gives a shit? He's too far away to do any real damage.
He is a bit.
He
Yeah.
is currently, yeah.
Yeah, he literally can't get to the Feywilds.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
You said specifically, we don't work for you.
That's what Kai said.
No,
at the
I
end.
said you're not our boss.
You're not a boss.
What did he say again?
I said we're not going to follow your orders blindly. We need more information. It might have been in the other order, but that was the sentence.
Okay. Okay, you get the message back that just says fine.
My guy.
Can I do the sending stone equivalent of just thumbs upping his message so I get the last
Acknowledging the
word?
message.
You can't do anything past this. Just thumbs up it.
Can I borrow it for one? Just to like the
I
sending
mean,
stuff.
God's so we're just holding it.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be back to Ursula by the time that you say whatever you're about to say.
Garrin, we don't do this lightly. But our survival here matters.
Alright,
Is
fine.
this more dangerous than not using it? Yeah. Gotta be diplomatic with the boss.
The guy that
Ursula comes back and is like, he just left.
He stormed out in half, he looked really upset.
He was crying.
He was crying. Oh god, made the boss cry.
There'd be a long pause, I think. After
Ooh.
that.
Can we insight check him through the sending stone?
What does find mean?
I'm not sure you can insight and check in any more than you can from the words that I'm giving you, if that makes sense.
I mean, it's still something. I mean, has anybody analysed the text before? They ended it with a full stop. Oh, they're so angry at me.
Whoa. On the one hand, it's nice to know we're onto something and that this was Garrin's.
Yeah,
On the other, this is
part of us.
this is a can of worms we probably should not
We
have
picked up on it real quick as well. I mean, I feel like somebody might acknowledge.
Inspiration for solving mysteries.
You get another mystery. What's your reward?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I think they keep doing this in real life as well. Karen's just like,
I think there
oh,
would be quite a long pause before you got a message back.
lots of
that
3 dots, and then they disappear,
Mm.
and then they appear again, and they disappear.
that just says, then take it, but don't expect me to tolerate it.
Ooh, well, that's fine. Who gives a
Ooh.
shit if you tolerate it? We could have just not told him, and that would have been fine. Yep.
Cool. Alright.
Yeah, we just wanted to know if it was safe, and we have found out. So let's
Can
go.
we take Cold's suggestion and just reply with K?
Okay.
Because that's Cold. I love that.
Okay.
Windwalk.
Windwalk.
Let's go.
Fucking baggage this time.
Find objects first.
Um,
And thank
I
you so
thought-
much for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome. And as Madeline
Yes.
says, you're always welcome back.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have the hives back up and running by the time you get home and have the meadows back.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And I really do appreciate, obviously, I know that like, trades and exchanges aren't like everything in this kind of realm, but I do really appreciate the gift that you have bestowed onto us and Adolin especially. So I think I will leave my staff here, if that's alright. I have
Aw.
3, it's ridiculous. I should probably get rid of one anyway, so like if you don't want to see it as a gift, if you're worried, then you could just be doing me a favor.
Okay.
And I give them my staff of flowers.
Oh.
Aw.
You see Mullen would very gingerly take it from you.
The toothpick of flowers.
The toothpick.
Enjoy.
And he's like, oh yes, I could use this as a chopstick.
A single top.
This
It's like wand size for it's like comfortably wand size.
Yeah.
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 Wand of flowers.
Wonderful.
The wand of flowers. Perfect. Isn't it funny how cute this is to us, but if anybody else saw this, it was fucking horrific.
You're all sat there like, story time! And everyone else is like, no, you're gonna get murdered! The beekeeper is coming!
But yes, no, so I'll leave that. I'll
That's
take it off
kind
of
of-
my inventory.
We will use it to help rebuild.
Good luck.
Thank you.
That sounded very mean, but sincerely, good luck.
So we hop back to where we last saw
Backtrack to Varro's trail.
trail. Yes.
Okay,
Um,
so we're wind walking back
We're
to
wind walking.
Barrow's Trail, where you left it.
yes.
Okay.
When we're back to Varro's trail, I'm gonna come out of Windwalk to do Favoured Foe.
So these...
Takes a minute.
Yes, these tracks.
Yeah, that's not a day old.
They've got to be less than 24 hours old, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to work out the timings.
We
We got here, we slept, it's now afternoon. It's not. If we slept immediately, it would have been evening, and it's not evening yet.
That's true.
Yeah, how far ahead of us was Varro? Was only like an hour ahead of us. We short rested in the
yeah.
dungeon.
Well,
We don't know how time went.
yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
appeared in... So he left the mortal realm an hour after you.
Yeah,
We
an hour,
avoided
an hour before us.
Which-
Yeah,
When you jumped through, his tracks were older than an hour.
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay.
Do we
And then you slept as
know
well.
the equivalence of time passing?
You have not worked it out yet, no. Because
Okay.
you've not jumped back.
We just asked. Or show how long we've been gone.
Yeah, but I guess it's within the within the Fey realm. It's been less than 24 hours since we arrived, but it depends how far ahead of us Varro was to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those tracks will still be good.
Cool.
I think.
Okay.
I'm a little iffy, but I think I'm because I can't pin it down. I'm going to give it to you. Move on with that.
I mean, worst case scenario, we would use survival to move a little bit farther forward, and then we would do it the moment that we'd gone, because we're fucking fast. Like, yeah, we could get
We
past
are
that.
zipping about.
Cool. Yeah, Adolin kind of studies them for a bit, tags them with a favourite foe. Can I get a rough sense of like how old these are then? Like, I'm guessing it's
getting close to a day old.
close to a day old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got some catching up to do. So I reckon let's not pop locate object
and
yet.
Can you give me,
Do you want the
You can have a
advantage on
survival check.
tracking?
Yes, I say.
Do you want the advantage on tracking, or
If it's applicable.
would it be applicable?
not this current check, but to the actual tracking? Yes.
Tracking or navigating?
That yes. To
Do you
tracking and
have,
navigating Varro, yes.
um,
To this check that I've just asked for, it doesn't apply to that.
Do you have proficiency in survival?
Does anybody have proficiency in survival? You should check your animals as well. They do sometimes have these physical ones.
I don't. Clifford and Belinda only have perception and stealth.
So this isn't the tracking check. This is what is this? Sorry, a survival check.
I've asked
Survival.
for a survival check, yes. For myself.
Okay, and it's not for. survival. Does anybody have proficiency?
No, I'm
No.
afraid not.
Cool. I'm not proficient either.
Oh. You're a ranger.
Nat 19 for
Ooh.
22.
For 22.
Amazing.
Okay. I think with that and a lot of Adolin and the group's experience with tracking individuals and how far you would have expected Varro to have gone at this point in time,
Mm-hmm.
you highly suspect that Varro did not stop running
Yeah.
once he reached the Feywilds.
That tracks.
He didn't stop to sleep.
Hmm.
Damn, okay.
I mean, good for
So
him.
he's on a point of exhaustion.
Quite possibly.
Mm.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, that's good to know. I mean, he does have spells, and conceivably those spells could make him go a little bit faster. But if he didn't rest, then he never gets sent back. Either.
He could be running pretty empty by now. Yeah.
Yeah, quite literally.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that he would get a really, really good head start on us.
Yeah,
we're
but he would have exhaustion from the running and exhaustion from not
very
sleeping.
few resources left as
Yes.
well. Yeah.
Unless his constitution is
Track him.
through the roof.
I've got a twinge of like sympathy because there's something to that, you know? What keeps a person running with that actual, like, that incentive, you know, is like that whole, is he running away from something or from or to something? Like, it's probably a little bit of both.
I think after nailing him with that, once Adolin gets a fix on it, I think he goes back into the Windwalk form and peels off with the party kind of in the direction of Arrow's tracks.
Okay.
Would you like a survival check or anything on that one, or?
Yes, I think you might have to slow down a little bit just so you can follow the tracks,
Yeah.
but not considerably enough that I think it's going to cause any issues with your maths.
Mhm.
But just enough so you're not just going, woo, and the
Yeah.
canopy disappears beneath you, and you're like, oh shit, where did you go? You've got to still be able to see the tracks, and he's obviously running on the ground, not on the canopy.
Yeah, because we're going about 600 feet around to his 60 perhaps. So we've got like a 10-to-1 speed advantage over him. So we'll catch her
We'll catch
eventually.
that, it's fine.
Cool.
Even if it's like an 8-to-1 instead.
Yeah. So survival to track.
Yes, please.
+3 advantage from yourself, and because Varro is known to be in the cult of Eofiel, which is my favourite foe, I treat a 9 or lower as a 10.
Okay.
Oh, amazing.
For 17.
17. Okay. Yeah, you can quite easily pick up his path through the undergrowth. He is not being quiet. Like,
Cool.
there are broken branches. You can quite clearly see bits and pieces, times where he's fallen and landed in like some mud or something, and you can see like a handprint in the mud before he's just taken back off through the undergrowth.
I oscillate between hating him so much and feeling so bad for him.
And is his route vaguely following, I guess, sort of we thought it was following the pylons, but like is it heading kind of for the mountains and for...
It appears to be sprinting for the mountains, yeah.
Cool. Right. Full steam ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Philistine.
Full steam ahead with... We've got Clifford and Belinda with us, of course.
I presume they're
obviously.
in air form.
Yes, indeed.
Just like...
And we-
I imagine even though he doesn't have to, Clifford is doing that, because he's like, this is how you fly, isn't it? And you're like,
So
oh, you
Yeah.
puppy shaped cloud.
Mm.
And Belinda's just like, I'm just going to use my wings like a normal person. My cloud wings.
Cloud wings.
gracefully.
And all three of you are just like, what the hell are these animals doing? Okay, so we're following Varro's tracks.
Yes, kind of dipping up and down and
Dipping-
catch,
so, like-
catch trail.
Staying above the canopy for most of it and just dipping down.
Feel like path, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's-
This seems like a pretty easy trail to follow.
It's quite a thick canopy, so like I imagine like, and he's not going in a very straight line. He's kind of all over the place, so it might mean a bit more dipping.
Okay.
Is that acceptable?
Yeah, we'll just, as fast as we can reasonably go without losing the trail.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so you are traveling at about 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
Did I say something? I could have put a D8 on that, sorry.
Do you
So,
want to?
I mean, we're tracking pretty well as is. It could have been a 24.
It's okay. After about an hour, I think, I imagine maybe you're taking turns going along the path. So there's 5 of you. So like it starts off with just like 4 of you up top and one person like weaving between the trees, following the path, and then you switch it out because that's kind of exhausting, and the person gets to like chill out in the clouds again for a bit. Whoever takes that shift that's coming to the end of that hour, I don't know if you want to nominate someone in particular, just for a bit of fun, even if it's like Belinda or somebody.
We could roll for it.
If you
Yeah.
want.
Roll for initiative.
Roll a d10.
Roll it.
A D10.
You can have 1 and 2. You can have 3 and 4. You can have 5 and 6. Belinda can be 7 and 8.
Oh, right. One person
And-
rolls a D10. I got you.
7.
A 7 will be Belinda.
That's great. I was kind of hoping it would be her.
So it's Belinda that's currently on the trail, weaving between the trees. And I imagine you're finding out she's having a lot of fun doing this. Being able
Aww.
to stretch her wings after so long in confinement
That's nice.
is
Aww.
lovely for her, and she's really enjoying the speed that she's getting from the wind walk and stuff. And you guys are sort of like lazily following at a slightly slower pace in the sky. After when we hit that about an hour mark, you would hear across the telepathic bond of I think I found something. Something's wrong.
Oh.
I can't see the trail anymore. Can we
Go down.
do the looks things with people that've got eyes? How do I turn back again?
Sure. You use you wish with all your heart.
And it takes a minute, so be careful. You're close to the ground. Or whatever.
Okay.
Okay. This is perfect because if it was after an hour, then I'll re-ritual cast telepathic onto stuff.
I'm slightly glossing over that just to be like, no, we need to keep you talking as clouds.
Yeah.
'Cause otherwise you can't talk to each other.
Then turn back.
Okay.
Is there anything like? Is there any obvious
Oh yeah,
enemies in
check
the
for
area?
threat. Check for threats.
Check for threats.
Okay. Can I get perception checks from everybody then?
Certainly.
These are lying on eyes.
Load.
Please use your eyes for this check.
Fuck me. I'm mid-cloud detransition and my eyes are just very foggy. I got a whole 9. My passive perception is 19.
19.
19. Okay, you have advantage, by the way.
Oh.
Oh yes, we do.
You from an item, I believe.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't have on in wind
No,
form.
but
from
Kaya's
the-
got first.
But-
I
yes.
think
And then
Clifford,
Clifford and Belinda are both proficient as well.
Sick.
24.
24
Ooh.
and 9
And 19.
and 19. Okay. Okay, I think with the 24 and the 19,
What do my elf eyes see?
you're half elf eyes.
One elf eye, one human eye.
Yeah.
Or, you would see that there's a definite like small clearing
Mm-hmm.
in the forest, and whilst this didn't immediately throw up any concern to you, as you get closer and trying to take in a bit more of the detail, the canopy and stuff like that, you can see that there's been like, it's already started to regrow, but it's quite obvious that it's been like carved out as something's like punched down into the canopy.
Whoa.
And like actually like alighting down in the area and looking round, you can see obvious markers of like magic and things like that. Like one of the tree trunks is scorched with a bit of fire, but you can see it's already starting to like regrow. So your arcana is very high, isn't it? Yeah, I think with that and your general understanding
Yeah, plus
with plus 10, with you're getting more and more understanding of the Feywilds as you go. Time doesn't work quite the same way here. So the way that the branches and things are healing, it's very sped up. So I think that would give you a better understanding that while these wounds in your realm, the mortal realm, would look really like they were done like a week or so ago, were much more recent. And Belinda would like, once she's back in like horse form, would indicate with a hoof of the trail that is quite obvious Varro running into this clearing, and then there doesn't appear to be.
And you said there was a punched hole in the tree line?
Yes, in the canopy.
So
Yes.
he got like picked up.
Ooh. In the canopy. Huge. Could I do like an investigation check? See if there's any like footprints or signs of.
Yeah, sure.
Is- You said there was magic.
Yes.
Can I just
Scorch
check
marks,
that-
etc. Is that from whatever was punching down, or is it like there was a fight, or
I think it's quite chaotic, so there's a lot of things going in a lot of different directions. There's nothing that overall indicates to you of one big scorch downwards.
so more likely a
More likely a fight with lots of spells getting slung
Just
or
for
something
advantage,
like that.
If they don't have it, then I'll just give you the help action.
have
Yeah.
fun?
Investigation proficiency for stuff.
Don't think so.
I think we usually only say you can
I
take
do
the
not.
help action if you have the skill.
Oh, is that
So
a
your
thing?
telepathic bond just sort of overwrites that, yeah.
I see. I was just gonna look real hard also.
9.
Right.
Very confused scene.
Can
It's
I?
a very chaotic sort of fight scene.
Mm.
There's a lot of like gouges out of trees, there's burn marks.
How big are the gouges?
Some of them look quite small, like maybe a sword. Some of them look a lot bigger. There's some that are like clustered together that are quite small.
Is there differences in like the ground level, as if something quite heavy has sunk into it in places?
There's a lot of footprints.
What?
But how how heavy a footfall?
I don't think you get the impression that anything bigger than like a large creature had been through here. I'm guessing you're trying to work out if like some ginormous thing
Yeah.
flew. No, there's no indication of like giant bat flew from the sky, smashed through canopy, picked up Varro. There's nothing that would indicate
So-
something huge landed, impacted into the earth and like dug in at all.
How big is the like punch?
The punch looks to be about a 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And what's the damage like of the tree line surrounding that? Is it that the branches are just like snapped?
More sliced. And I think taking a bit more time
So like
to
a
like
20-foot
look.
radius like spell. Just
It's not a bad shout, yeah.
Something just,
that
like,
druid
carved
one that makes a big circle.
I was literally thinking. Well, I know that there's the.
There's a lot of things that make a big circle.
There's a
sorry.
specific druid one.
Are you
I
thinking
want
of
to
moonbeam?
maybe yes,
Yeah,
yes I
It's
am.
a 10-foot circle. I love Moonbeam, it's one of my favourite ones.
Can we roll like an Arcana check to see if we can determine what kind of spell could have caused this? Just trying to
Yeah.
match up to anything in our the spell list.
Yeah, sure thing. Yes, so I think very different people will get very different things. So, but you can all roll if you like.
Okay. Arcana, would that be the skill?
Yes.
Okay. You have proficiency, don't you? Isla. Okay. That is a 16.
16.
Would Adolin know? Would Adolin be able to roll for this?
I think it'd be incredibly unlikely that Adolin would know anything like this. You can roll if you
can
like,
try.
but your DC is probably going to be a hell of a lot higher than everybody else.
Cool, I'll just crit. That's fine.
Yeah.
Advantage from your proficiency? 6.
I will say
6.
Clifford can roll.
3 and 6.
Ooh.
Clifford.
Interesting.
Clifford's Arcana.
It's not good.
But he has advantage.
He has flat intelligence and no proficiency, so.
Nice.
He crit.
Oh my! That's an 18 and a 20!
18 and a 20.
Amazing.
Clifford really knows what's going on.
Okay, so
What's
Clifford
his intelligence?
0.
It's flat, 0.
So,
He still crit.
So
Yeah.
Clifford crit. What did Kai get?
22.
22.
16.
16. And
A 3 and a 6.
6. Okay. Okay.
Nada.
22? A 22. I think with a 22 and with like Bard Warlock spells, it'd be quite clear to you that you don't think this slice was made by an offensive spell. It doesn't seem to be like that. And Clifford would take a look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's what happens when you teleport out, isn't it?
yeah, so he's taking the leaves with them. It's
Ooh.
so funny. Okay.
It takes living things, doesn't it? So
I suppose.
So like a cylinder has effectively just been carved out of the forest. Shit, that's cool.
Yeah, you've noticed the grass is all like a half an inch shorter over here.
Finely cut grass.
Okay. Interesting.
Sick.
So there was a fight.
And
Pres-
something teleported.
And Varro, there's movement around this area from Varro. It's not just like his footprints have just disappeared. Period. It's like the
Alright.
trail stops.
The
it
trail
moves
goes
around,
into
there
this
was a
area,
fight.
and there's a lot of like them footprints on the
Chaos.
floor.
Does
any
anything-
footprints leave?
Pardon?
Do any footprints leave the circle?
So if we're basing this off of Adolin's investigation check, I don't think you'd find anything. If you want to do your own little
That's a
thing,
good idea. Because my other thought was like, does anything else come into this circle? Like, was Varro intercepted by something? And that's better.
Investigation 16.
16. Okay, so I don't think you'd see any clear paths that are like
So
a
something
person hacked their
So
way
if there
through.
were two people having a fight, somebody teleported and the other one jumped on, was taken with them, possibly.
Possibly. I think you'd find like a lot of animal tracks and things there around about, but you're in a forest, so
That's to be expected.
yeah.
Okay, well we covered a whole hour's worth of ground, so that is like a mile, right?
7.
Oh no,
Lots.
that's way more miles.
An hour is
actually.
like
It's like 100 miles.
7.
60 to 70. Factor of 10.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for 1 miles per
Fuck.
hour, and we went for an hour, we have gone 68 miles.
Mm.
Amazing.
So you weren't going at full speed, so
Oh,
it'd be
yeah.
a little bit
Mm.
less than that,
Okay.
but yeah, because you having to like not hit
Yeah.
trees. Because I presume still as a
60.
cloud, you still cannot pass through a tree.
No.
Size don't
Solid
tend to be
objects go.
able to do that.
Mm.
Because
But we
if
still-
you went at full speed through
We
the forest,
would
you'd be
hate
like,
to-
ah! into trees all the time.
So we still covered like tens or dozens of miles.
We must be
Still
really
good,
close
like,
to the mountain by
50.
now. Like
Mm.
big
Are we?
collectors.
Yeah, are we close to like the foothills of the mountain and that?
To the first set of the mountains, yeah.
Okay, how close do they actually seem? Like as we were progressing, obviously you said that one person was below the tree line and everybody else was above, so we would be able
They
to
were
see.
3 days walk. I think. Oh Christ.
We
3
prob-
days. What we have covered, like
Yeah.
We probably could have covered something like that at full speed. That's about, is it 24 miles a day's about? normal.
Yeah.
Call it 25, nearly 75
75
miles.
miles. We're so close.
And we've done maybe,
Windwalk really throws off my maths. Sorry.
yeah, it would have been 68 miles at full speed, which we weren't quite doing.
So we'll say 60.
Or, I don't know.
65.
I think you're basically at the foothills of the mountains.
Okay.
There is like that lake that's still between you and the mountains that you have to skirt around, but
Or just zoom around.
we'll zoom over if you prefer.
Oh, are we going to fuck with this lightning rod thing? Or are we not going to bother with that? We talked about it last session or maybe the session before.
Well, we've already investigated one of them, haven't we?
Yeah.
There's one in the lake that looks kind of interesting, I guess. I could try pop locate object and see if the Trident's anywhere nearby. But
I
it
think
feels
that's
like
a
it's
shout, honestly.
feels like it's probably going further, but
What's
we
the
could
range of
try it. 1,000 feet, like a third of a mile.
How far does
And we could cover like a third of a mile in about 30 seconds of flying. So
Yeah.
I feel like if
And
it was
it's-
close, we'd
yeah.
probably be able to fly to it quicker.
We said that we could probably get this, like, if we had that pinging for 9 minutes, then that's like 9 miles.
9 miles worth of travel. Yeah.
So we could just zoom around.
We could
for a
put
bit.
it on, take to the air again, and then just beeline it along the pylons towards the mountains.
Outlined or beeline to me.
E-
Um,
and see if we pick anything up on it.
what level is look at object?
Second. I've got 3 once a day of it.
Okay, I have look at creature that we can
Mm.
use if it's like, but it's a higher level, so same deal. It's also 1,000 feet, but it's up to 1 hour concentration, so that might be quite good.
Up to an hour.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's, like I say, 4th level, so a little bit beefier.
I'm just gonna let you puzzle this through by go and grab something.
Copy that.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that if we know that he's going to the collector, like he has to have been like maybe picked up by the collector even.
Yeah. Teleportation's like not a jump move. You gotta be.
Are we in the winter domain? Is that been established?
We're in summer.
still?
I thought.
When we were here, we were in summer.
Yeah. But winter was encroaching.
Mm.
But is there not also a bit of the Summer Fae that's the collector's carved out to be his garden?
His garden, yeah. Was that
Which-
summer? Or was it
I think
spring?
it was. Oh. Yeah. Because part of me wonders if this whole area is
The garden.
is the garden, and it just happens to stretch the horizon because it's so much, and spatial geometry means nothing here.
Spring court as a garden.
Okay, so
nice.
if we're in summer, then we're just in summer.
Because there must be like a divide, and what I'm thinking is, can the collector, I can't remember if Manlump specified, can the collector encroach on other people's territory unless it's just his little garden? Like, is he allowed to exit the winter court?
We just learned he's disappeared to go off on his travels for however long at a time.
So presumably he is allowed to some like free movement.
Yeah, he just can't kind of collect power again over the other Fae domains. Okay, the instruments of light will pull towards each other. The Nightfall League held the sword and the trident, they were drawn together, but then they were separated by...
Hello. Hello. Have we figured out what we're doing?
I was asking if we can tell if we are still in the spring or the summer court, or if we're maybe in the winter now.
I'm not sure you ever knew.
I just seasonally.
It's still warm.
Change.
Yeah, and
Okay.
bright.
Did we... I was trying to find it in the notes. Did we ever figure out which bit of the Feywild the portal in Arva's basement was pointing to?
No, and you don't have the either knowledge or
Hmm.
instruments to detect that.
Yeah. We know that the Collector is based out of the Winter Fae,
Yes.
but has a garden that he effectively pinched from the Spring Court, I think? Spring or summer? So we're either in that, one of those bits of the Fae right now, or we're in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels kind of cheeky for the Collector to be putting up electricity pylons in...
Somebody else's territory.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what's the play? Shall we do... Shall I do a locate object on the trident, and then we take off following the pylons towards the mountains?
Yeah, maybe do a couple of like loop-to-loops just to see if we get a ping. But I think
Yeah.
that we get closer to these, like the source of these pylons, we are going to be. Yep, there is a fucking Dragonborn with the trident here.
There's also those other 3 knights that arrived here, like Arva's bodyguard or something.
Oh
that,
my god, I forgot
Yeah.
about those.
Has Varro's... You're smiling. Were Varro's tracks following theirs? Actually, would we have incidentally kind of like, if I go back to the clearing? No? Did they separate at some point?
I think they split up immediately because Varro went straight through the underbrush, but like the knights took a different path right off the bat.
Oh, right. God, we gave up on them too quickly.
Oh,
I mean, they could have been going somewhere useful.
Yeah, they're not really.
They've
Did
probably been
go?
collecting
They
by
went
now.
through first, didn't they? And then Varro went through after.
Their tracks were older.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
went through first. We were told that Arva went downstairs with some of her personal bodyguard or some knights. When we got down to her basement room, it was just her and Varro there. So it makes sense that the knights she came downstairs with were the first through the portal and have been expeditioning through here.
Right.
And now we've lost track of them.
I mean,
Fuck 'em.
they'll show up again, I'm sure.
Can I get a reminder what everyone's passive perception?
19!
Thank you.
perception 15.
I wish I would never roll for perception. I wish I could just always just live
13.
on my
13.
passive.
13.
I'm not proficient. My insight's much better. That's a 17.
Okay. Cool.
something's about to happen. And I had to unattune from the dagger of warning.
No!
You're about to get jumped.
Did you now?
Yeah, I've kept the mental spell resistance, the grappling bracer, and...
I mean, that grappling racer is a piece of shit, and you should just...
Hey!
He based his entire identity around
It's
that.
awesome.
And the +1 amulet of the vote that fucking Joris gave me personally.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to give any of those two up, so it was the dagger of warning had to go.
I gave up the magic item that my goddess gave me.
Yeah, you did.
I know, but I think that was for a good cause. I think that was something that
She would approve.
Yeah, made him help the little bee beds come back.
Okay. I think with a passive perception of 19, Polly, you would be the first to notice that you're not alone in this clearing
Ooh.
anymore.
Okay. Interesting.
You're all spending a bit of time like speculating, like wandering around, like looking at all the marks on the trees and things like that. And it's then Polly that notices that there is a figure sat on one of the rocks to
Okay.
one side.
What?
If
We're all actively looking for
Sit on a
things
rock!
and just don't notice
if
someone chilling.
I will telepathically, because I re-upped that, let these guys know, but I'll say don't react, and then like just sneakily glance the corner of my eye. What did I see?
You can see what looks to be a female with very dark red skin, very large bat-like wings over her shoulders,
Okay.
and two curling horns, black, sort of
Tiefling, demon.
I'm in love with her.
devil.
Go on.
with these like
Tell me
inky
more.
black. She is wearing.
Is she single?
What
I
is
don't
her
know.
romantic backstory?
What do you like to know?
Is she
Okay,
one
let's
of the
go to that.
Queer
page.
villains that you're on.
She is wearing what is essentially like, what do you call it? Like an evening dress, like a really fancy evening dress. That is like this like spaghetti strap, like really low cut, like evening dress with a slit like all the way up to her hip
That's
kind of
exactly
thing.
what I'm wearing to a wedding in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
What a coincidence.
Wow.
And she's just sat with like on this rock at the edge of the clearings, like high heels,
Oh my
jewelry,
god.
the whole kit and caboodle, full face of makeup, like
How big is this rock? Because I was imagining like rock that you climb up of.
oh
If
no,
she's
we're
in
just like,
heels. Oh right, so she's
yeah. She does also have wings,
true.
Amazing.
and she's just like delicately like picking a little bit from underneath her fingernail, sat on this rock.
I guess, straight up turn around and just like, with like an amused like smile on my face, go, well, hello.
Come here often.
Well, hello.
She'd slowly turn to you and smile and say, hello.
Do you put over the bond that like a description of this person with like the wings and the horns and the red
I
skin
mean,
and
I
shit?
feel like the moment I have started like initiating a conversation, you guys can just
Turn
We
around.
can acknowledge her existence.
yes.
Adolin sees her, double takes, crossbow up.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Adolin, put that down.
Devil!
Oh, little puppy, put that away.
Actually,
You don't
that's
wanna hurt
not
yourself.
to confuse you, but the puppy is Clifford. Introduce yourself.
State your business, devil.
Stop being mean
Don't be
to
so
strangers.
mean.
You don't know she's a devil.
You're just going to antagonize people.
She could be a tiefling.
We were
She
in
could be a
literal
demon.
hell, and now we are not. So therefore, that kind of reduces the chances slightly.
Don't care if it has a pretty face. It's a fiend and cannot be trusted.
Dear, she.
Yeah, this is really rude of you. Like, we're gonna have to work on these internal biases.
You are far too tolerant of evil beings that walk among us.
Who said I was
His
evil,
circle.
darling?
Imagine if somebody in the party had played a tiefling.
To somebody.
And just
No,
just
no,
like
I mean, if
trying
one
to
of our
shift you in the
characters
night.
was, that would have been a very fun
that
dynamic
would
for
have
the
been-
campaign.
Yeah, that would have been very interesting.
And-
Can we have your name?
You already know my name. Don't you remember?
Oh.
Sponsor ticket.
Fucking Glasia.
Hello, little puppy.
Fucking a river of sweat is running down Adeline's back at the moment.
How did you get here, Galia?
What? I just came. I can go wherever I want, darling.
Oh, that's
That sounds
fantastic.
handy.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
We're close to that level of capability, but we have to.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we got some rigmarole to get through.
You're certainly very powerful.
Why, thank you. Worked very hard to get here. Can't deny. Well, we've heard many things about you from Adolin. Obviously, he
Oh,
doesn't.
good, I hope.
Of course.
I mean, you know him very well. Of course, he's been saying
Yeah.
nothing but kind things. Good words.
Aww. Once he stops sweating and stammering.
I cast prestidigitation. I say no more. You're gonna ruin your new armor.
I'm just flipping back to my notes as to what Adolin clocked about Glasia on the first check. She's an archdevil. She knows how Paramount was brought to Avernus. Yeah, that's what I got right.
So she knows how it's brought, which means that she knows about the artifacts.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's what I got. He hasn't taken the crossbow off her.
Glasia, you look incredible. Do you know if there's an event going on?
Or is this just your casual day wear?
Oh, I'm afraid this is my day wear.
Don't
However,
apologize.
there is
Honestly, everyone else should be up in the game.
Yes, it's true.
No, I do believe you're talking about the party that's happening in the collectors.
There is a party.
It's a party. Glasia, how long have you been here that you're so well connected
Yes.
already?
How dare you? I am always invited to the party.
At no point did I ever assume that you weren't going to be invited. I'm just really impressed that you already know the party is happening.
Why wouldn't I know?
That's why I'm asking you how long you've been here.
Well, I've just popped in.
Fair enough.
For the party specifically, or are you here on
Oh,
business?
no, I won't be attending the party.
Oh, that's a shame. I was going to ask if you had a +1.
Darlings, you
Holly,
don't
that's a bit
need
forward.
an invitation. He's waiting for you.
Oh, incredible. Do you know if he's waiting or has already received my cousin?
Oh, yes, Barrow. Yes, he is there.
How's he doing?
Oh, he's having a ball.
I mean, I gathered. What with there being a ball?
He's expecting us in particular.
Of course. He's looking forward to meeting you
That's
all.
good. That means that we're actually...
That is very convenient for
interest,
us,
yeah.
honestly. That is where we were headed.
We draw the attention of far too many powerful beings.
Glasia, what? Speaking of drawing attention of powerful beings, what brings you to this particular
Clearing in the woods.
clearing?
Yes, do you come here often?
Quite literally, yes.
Yes.
These parties are quite legendary, and I do attend from time to time, but it has been some time. No, I came here for you three.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Honored.
I think I have a deal for you all.
Interesting.
I do love a good deal.
The devil card! The devil! The devil!
Alas!
Your devil!
Oh my goodness.
You're here to collect something.
It's true.
Ironically, from the
The
collector.
collector, yes.
Beautiful, isn't
The irony?
it? Yes.
Yeah, I enjoy a wee bit of irony.
But you have no way home, do you?
Not yet.
Not.
We kind of
As we
figure things
currently
out as we
stand.
go.
Why are you telling her everything?
I
Because
think she already
because
knows.
I'm
She's
a
just making statements.
I can help.
Fiend. The term is fiend.
Yeah.
Why do you put such labels on it, darling?
You just removed an R.
I can help. Wouldn't
What do you
want
propose?
that? You need a way back to Pearlmire when you're done here.
Are you offering?
I am.
And what would you want in return?
What can you offer me?
A crisp 5 gold.
Oh,
A
I'll take
crisp
high
5 gold. Just slide it along.
I usually deal for souls.
Souls! Well, we
Oh.
are currently using all of ours.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I currently only see one that is claimed to it.
That's true, yeah, you're
Oh,
his
wait.
client.
Yeah. Yours is promised.
Kind of. Which means yours is probably has a stake in it somewhere down the line.
I have a sentimental attachment to mine. You see, we've been
Had
through
it your
a
whole
lot.
life.
Yeah, grew it myself.
I like grew myself. The implication is when you're born, you're soulless. Just a 0-day-old screaming infant.
I am soulless.
If I had to guess, there was probably something in the collection you'd like relieved.
Ooh,
But
the
Underst-
sword for one. But I have a feeling you need that.
Yes. Like our souls, we're rather attached to that as well.
Well, I'd say you're not very attached to it right now, dear.
Listen, we're working on that.
Just like your little trident. Not very attached to that right
We're
now.
working
are
on that
we?
too.
I mean, emotionally and attunementally,
Spiritually.
spiritually very attached. A lot of eye contact.
I think Adolin at this point just kind of puts the crossbow down and realizes
Yeah.
This
Fight-
isn't fighting.
fighting is
This
not the
a
way to go here.
conversation.
she could probably just snap her fingers and we'd all be sludges and
I don't think that would be very practical for her to do though, because I mean you don't want to kill us because we're probably your best point of ingress into getting the stuff that you're actually coveting. Would that be correct?
There's nothing in the collector's collection that I'm interested in.
Well, you
So-
approached us. So what
Precisely,
is
there
it you're
must be
wanting?
something of
I
fascination.
am just trying to help some weary lost
Out
souls.
of the goodness of your heart.
Of course.
Nobody ever comes to make a deal if they don't have some level of something to gain from it.
Self-awareness.
For
I have a
instance,
lot to gain from you three. Whether you know it or not is not your concern.
okay, well then, so the options available to you, I suppose, are one of us, God forbid, agrees to this deal, which I certainly will not be doing, so I
Seems
don't believe.
unlikely.
Or we say no and leave you in the clearing.
You can if you like. Good
'Cause-
luck getting home.
You can't kill us because apparently you have a lot to gain for whatever we're going to do next.
Whilst I have no desire to kill you, I can simply leave you here. And I
Okay.
can certainly make it a lot harder to leave.
Can we rain check? Can we circle back?
Could I favoured foe tag her and analyse her? As we're sat here.
Ooh,
It has been some time, yeah.
how obvious is that?
It's a-
He pointed his crossbow at her. I think he
I
might
know,
have
but is
happened
it
then.
like a sort of spell? It's a magical effect.
It's not a magical effect. It's a class feature. It's not explicitly a spell or magical.
I'm trying to gauge whether or not she'd notice. Like, a standard being? No, but we're talking about a very powerful archway.
She could probably I think this would look like Adolin kind of just really sort of eyeballing her, trying to flick back through his mental Rolodex of what do I know about these sorts of things.
Okay.
Let's go back to the library.
Kind of staring?
Probably a little bit of staring. Probably a good insight check would clock that he's thinking about her, but I'm not sure how much she probably already thinks he's thinking about her.
Yeah, okay. Remind me what you get.
This is the hilarious bit. This is what will be a religion check. The DC would be 10 plus the creature's challenge rating, which means this could quite easily be unachievable, which I think would be information in itself.
Yeah.
Yes. It's possible. And I need to go and check what her challenge is.
What's the check, sorry?
It would be a religion check for fiends. This is the sort of, the thing that gave me damage resistances and immunities and
I'm
that?
just curious if we had proficiency, if we could help, but it doesn't look like.
I've got proficiency in religion.
I don't think it gave you an advantage. I don't think.
Yeah.
Unless Clifford has it, but I don't think he
I
does.
don't think-
They have perception and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
same as
Him and
Belinda.
Belinda. Yeah.
So,
I'm fully expecting this to go absolutely nowhere.
so what do you roll?
You roll and you can learn one of the following highest ability score, lowest ability score, damage, vulnerabilities, resistance, immunities,
Okay.
or another weakness it may have. If-
What sorry, I was going to get to that bit in a second.
Oh, sorry.
Can I ask, when you physically roll,
Yes.
what are you adding?
I'm adding a +8 because it's a religion check.
Okay, and
And
the
then
DC is 10
plus
the
challenge
challenge
rating.
plus challenge rating. Okay.
So if she's a challenge
can
rating
roll.
18,
Yeah,
Or
if she's
lower.
higher than a challenge rating 18. It's not possible.
This is probably completely futile.
but you're gonna crit, so it's
I'm
fine.
going to crit, so it's fine.
Yeah, not 20.
Now one.
See, what's so funny is the reason I said not 20 is because I was like, well, critting can go either way. So, yeah.
Adolin is not being subtle about this at all. Even he's getting a twitch in his eye.
Just stare at her down.
Darling, if you want to stare at me that much, we can go to my boudoir.
Oh
Blush, literally visibly
So
rising
funny.
up his face.
no! How old are you? He is a
He
child.
just stares at
Why
his
would that matter?
toes.
He's of age.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how like the interracial things in D&D are very confusing because obviously like orcs live to like early 20s.
Yeah.
That's like
Like this 15-year-old is a full-grown adult.
Yes.
He's a man and he's retired.
Yeah. He's an old man.
Do we know anything about Glacia?
For God's sake.
What are you trying to do?
I can add a roll of my favourite foe die to this check if it's my
That's so
foe
funny.
nat.
You got a nat one.
And this was also a 1. So this is an overall 10.
Okay. I believe when you rolled,
So if you
when Adolin brought a bit of information back, I think it was you. You rolled a history check about it.
I rolled a check about Avernus, not about...
I thought you did one about her as well because she gave you her name through the telepathic
I
box.
have the page open in front of me.
And I think you got a bit of information about that.
All I have is that she is an archdevil, and then everything else is about how, like, there's no natural food or drink in Avernus, and,
Okay.
like, the spells had an aesthetic difference and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
There wasn't anything about her specifically from that one.
Okay. So I think that is what you know at this point in time.
She is an archdevil.
Yes.
Done.
Seems fake.
Did you say vague or fake?
Fake, but fake could have been better. Yeah, I think brain check. I'm sorry. I mean, if we can get on our way out there, obviously we would much rather stay with our souls intact. That would be wonderful. If
Yes.
If I
things,
bargained for something else.
that would
That's
be
what we have
absolutely
been
fascinating.
asking.
But you said that you weren't interested in anything else,
Yeah.
so understandably, we thought that there was nothing going to happen here.
She doesn't want anything from the collection. That's not to say she doesn't have something in mind.
We did specify.
I
We did
explicitly said,
Oh, sorry,
is there anything...
Oh.
If you don't want our souls, what would you like?
I think she asked what would you offer.
ask. Yes, but we're not going to be just offering things willy-nilly. We're not fools. It's like somebody like going into a job interview and being like, yes, hello, I would like to earn 30,000, and then the person who's like offering the job being like, okay, so not 40. We're not going to start. You start the negotiation.
Yes, you came here.
You came here.
I came to help.
You did. So do so.
Okay.
You're being incredibly unhelpful.
I suppose. But it's in my nature.
Smack talk the archdevil, yes.
This is flirting.
As you melt into a puddle.
I would actually, it'd be fucking hilarious just to add to like your bucket list, neg a fiend.
I'm aware that you are after all three of the instruments of light. You have one unpowered in your possession,
That's true.
and there are two now in the collector's house. You need them to get Pearlmire
Yes.
back to the mortal plane.
Stating facts.
These are all true statements.
You have no need for them after that.
That not necessarily a true statement.
You do not need them. Pearlmire will be back. And that's all you wanted them for, isn't it?
That is probably the first time that you have made an unjust assumption.
What could you possibly want them for afterwards? Your job will be done.
You
You'll
were
be
about
able
to ask that
saviors
we
of
give
the
them to
city.
you. So you think about what you would use them for, and then think, well, why not us?
You are more than welcome to fight my legions, my dear.
Well, then maybe this is a conversation we can have later. So is that it? The options are souls or all 3 artifacts, and then you would help us?
Would you offer all 3?
No.
No.
Would you offer 2?
Simply not. No.
Then I will tell you this. You will remain on this plane until some other creature takes pity on you. And I'm certain it will not be the Collector. The only way out of this court is with my help.
That simply cannot be true.
Insight check.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
That's a thing we can do
That's a
in
thing
this
we can do.
game.
I will challenge her on that, and I'll see if there's a flicker of like, damn, she's called me on my bullshit.
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
I've got proficiency. and
Same.
advantage.
Everybody gets advantage.
Everybody gets advantage.
21.
Also 21.
Nine.
Okay.
Kai is not good at reading people.
No, not in this instance, I'm afraid.
Or
The
ever.
2 21s?
Mm.
You think she's telling the truth?
I don't believe it.
No, you do. That's what the dice say.
I think that she believes she's telling the truth.
Yeah. That is what insight checks.
I don't necessarily agree that that's what insight checks do.
She cannot possibly know all of the capabilities of getting out the Feywilds. I would refuse to believe that as a fact. I believe that of all the information that she has, that she thinks she's the only solution. I don't think that's true, period.
Yeah.
For all of Feywild. I think there's nothing there. Whilst we are here, we are no longer on the plane of Avernus, which means that she can't hear what's in her telepathic bond. Can
Okay.
she?
You don't know.
Can I do an Arcana check? Just to see.
Arcana check and see.
You can try.
Did the whispering stop when we
Nat
passed
20.
through the fog into... Was Arva's basement like a demi-plane or something? Did we ever establish that or not? Or...
You never established it.
Okay, but did the whispering stop? when we-
Whispering did.
We got this covered.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
20, 29.
29. Okay.
Tell us
Um,
every magical thing was in the Feywilds.
So that's not how this works. So you would know that any creature that hadn't already been part of the telepathic bond would have no like automatic way of listening in.
Mm-hmm.
There are obviously ways to tap into telepathic bonds and to listen into telepathic communications. It's a lot easier in Avernus just because of the way that the plane works. It can be done on almost any plane. With a natural 20 and 29, you would both know that it is certainly possible that anyone at any time with enough magic and skill could listen into
But
a
she's
telepathic
not
bond.
inherently connected to us the same way as Avernus.
Can
She
be
was
all
never
devils.
necessarily inherently connected.
She could
spoke
always
to
listen.
Adolin.
Yeah, she could always listen in though, same as all the Archdevils could.
Adolin sort of invited her in.
Yeah, that's true.
So at that point in time, it becomes more of a what that invitation meant to a devil.
On a different plane, the spell's been cancelled and recast so
Yeah.
many times. I don't think that she can be like inextricably linked to Adolin just through like sheer
Ooh.
thing. I don't think that's gonna be.
God, I hope we don't start a link.
That would be absolutely exhausting for an Archdevil to be
Mm.
like, well, I guess I'm gonna just keep this this fucking like tab of a person open on my internet browser.
I don't think it'd be as exhausting as you initially think.
Yeah, but like after
but
you've
that's
done that for
her
like
job.
70 tabs, that computer is gonna be running real slow.
But that's what she does.
Ah.
Is there a way to tell if somebody's listening to our telepathic bond, apart from us?
Unless there's some kind of reaction or noise from them, I think it'd be quite difficult to tell.
I scream.
Internally.
Telepathically.
Belinda and Clifford whine.
Does she react in any way?
No.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. Internally, I just feel like she just looks really, really great. It's so annoying that she's just such a despicable human, or not, I suppose human.
She's
but
not
like,
human at all.
I mean, she's not despicable either because like she's doing quite a good job.
Yeah.
She's just doing her, you know,
Doing her
her
thing.
job. Her job.
So what I'm hearing is we can set you up.
No, she's got this one little like. Her like one of her little eyebrows is just a little bit.
I feel like you're
funny.
reaching. You've paid that much attention to her eyebrows. You're paying that much attention.
Okay, so above the table, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to see if she'll just do this. To see if she's like so like aware of like her aesthetic that she's like, I have to fix it.
To see if she's listening in.
Just to see. Yeah.
There's no reaction.
Okay, cool. Yes, I have been staring at her closely. Listen, we appreciate the offer. I think I can speak for us all when we say that we really appreciate it. But we're gonna maybe check out a couple of other buyers first. See if we can get anything better.
A couple other buyers.
You know,
I think you'll struggle.
you never accept the first offer. You understand. It's just good business.
If you prefer.
We'll go to a closing in like
Spoken.
2 weeks.
Spoken as a true honey merchant there. It's just good
A
business.
real businessman.
Oh, do you want honey?
No.
Okay, it's your loss. It's fucking great.
Do you want some anyway?
Do you want a sample? Free samples.
If you're willing to give me this.
Everybody loves a free sample. I fucking knew it. See? Like, it's just... We're all the same, really. And I just give her this tiny little pot.
Okay.
A pot of honey.
Yeah. Thank you.
So welcome. Really, it's not mine. It's the bees. And really, it's not the bees, it's the flowers, you know? It's just the transitive properties. It's yours now.
Thank you.
It's yours.
A gift.
Because we're in the Feywilds,
Mm-hmm.
and you have just given something, has this created some sort of incomplete deal between them?
I'm not sure you have any idea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, no.
You're dealing with a devil in the Feywilds.
Yes.
I tried to trap her immediately, but I think she sidestepped it very well. By the loss, the fey fuckery, I was like, I could try some bullshit, but
I did notice that you did ask for her name
yeah.
when
She said that we already knew it, and I was like, well, that's not a name,
Yeah.
so I don't think I win this one.
She's played this game before.
Yeah.
Do you think she has a summer home here?
Do you really
Maybe.
think she wants a summer home when she comes from hell? She wants a winter home for sure.
Like a ski chalet. Summer.
She leaves hell for the summer when it's hot.
Oh, I gotcha.
And goes
But it's always hot.
Mm.
hotter.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like Florida.
So the only things that she's
Florida is
indicated that
hell.
she wants from us is a minimum
Florida's
of
got a
2
whole
of the instruments
rap
of light.
this session.
She started to bargain for the instruments of light, and you kind of cut her off. So you can try for one if you want.
Try for what?
What
As in,
instrument
like,
of light
if we
for a
wanted
portrait?
to counter offer a single one of them.
Yeah.
She didn't ask for it.
Yes, you got as far as she was interested in a soul bargain, or what, like 3 or 2 of the instruments of light.
Mm. You can't afford to give up the trident.
That's mine forever. Or it's this shadow guy's.
Above the table, right? If Glasia can break your talos, you could give up the trident and just
It's her problem.
and just
now.
extricate yourself from it altogether. If she can promise that, Adolin is under no circumstances giving up Star Shatterer to a
Greater
devil.
Restoration, we've already established it's too powerful a magic. It won't be able to remove curse. Even though mechanically it can remove curse and attune a person.
I'm not sure it'd be able to work on this item because it's an artifact.
Yeah, that's what I thought we'd said, yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, Glacia could. Maybe.
Could maybe untie you from the trident.
Do we know how the sword and the trident keep on coming together? You said they keep on finding each other.
They used to.
Oh, yes, they used to before the collector got a sword. I'm just curious, out of all of our readings, I never thought to kind of clarify this, but we probably would have come across it, is when they come across each other, is it in the way, I'm going to use human metaphors here, is it in the way of like old friends who are inextricably linked to each other and they kind of miss each other, or is it as weapons, like as foes that are constantly like on opposing sides ready to fucking fight?
Okay.
Anyone mind if I shut the window?
Go for it.
Go for it.
I'm not sure any of the readings would have specified that, simply because a lot of the books that you read, once the instruments were tied together, they were never wielded again.
That's true.
It was just that order that was trying to hide them that had both the trident and the sword in the same place, and kept trying to separate them, but kept finding that they were drawn back to each other.
But there was no like documentation of like bloodshed of like whoever wielded both like one and then the other, could they slayed each other, and then we just found
No.
the swords and the trident in a puddle.
You never found any history that depicted anybody wielding them, other than the history of Eophil wielding Star Shatter. But that was before they were joined.
Because if the trident, I was like forever eternally bound to like fight the sword, then that would be highly inconvenient for somebody to have, like, you know, not just you but also Glacia, like that would be kind of handy just to pawn off a really annoying object on her, but I don't think we know enough. Plus if we ask her to break the attunement, she's not gonna, she'll be like, oh, that's the favor, you're not
Yeah,
going.
as opposed to the getaway.
I don't think we need to worry about getting away until we've actually come here and done the thing that we need to do.
I'm
Get the stuff first and then.
I'm confident if we reunite the items, we'll be able to escape that way.
Yeah, there must be a way of... Also, the collector's collection must be fucking chock-a-block full of magical artifacts. We could recharge this cup again if we really wanted to. I mean, it might be a waste. We might be really, really wasting a bunch of cool items.
He might also be slightly miffed that we melted down some nice
His
things
entire collection, yeah.
I mean,
to supercharge it.
ideally we're not there to deal with the fallout.
True. Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
So are we just going to a party then?
Yeah. I'm a little bit worried about Varro again. Like, I think every 6 hours my emotions on him change. So now I'm like, guys, we might have to take him back by this. I'm just saying. I don't want to kill him. I would like for him to be, like, rehabilitated. You know, get some therapy, some counselling.
He made his choices.
No, but he did, yes. But also, again, that it was on me to a part.
Mercy is a virtue, and redemption should be available to everyone, even
Yes.
traitors like your cousin.
I'm gonna stab him.
You already have you not?
Cool.
Gonna do it again.
Yeah.
So we're declining Glacia on all counts, and
I don't want to say hard no.
A
Just
soft
in
no.
case, can we say
Cool.
we'll call you back.
How do you phrase that?
We'll call you back.
How?
We'll
I
just
think we'll-
yell.
Yeah, you seem all knowing, so I think if we yell loud enough, you'll get the gist.
Polly will skywrite and also leave you her phone number so you can go for dinner later.
You're far better at this than me and Adolin, who are just like, wow, it's going great with you and the owlbear. The Owlin. Yeah. we just shipped you guys real hard.
I'm actively setting up a date.
Adolin's weighing up like devil, but wingman. Could do you a solid.
You're technically always the wingman.
when he's in Aasimar form.
Yeah. It's the wingman. Yeah, I can skywrite. Worst case scenario. But I have a feeling that you'll know when we want to talk.
There is a lake between here and the mountain.
We had noticed, it's true. We're very, very close to it right now.
We are. When you are ready to leave, you can meet me there.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, we gotta go.
We've got a party to get to, apparently.
Yeah. In my mind, I'm gonna be like, okay, we need to be incapacitated for 1 full minute, and I don't want to do that right in front of her because she can really take the shit.
She could.
So we gotta walk just for a little while.
For the cloud thing.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like we just need to fall unconscious right now.
Yeah. I think I stopped. I'm like, oh, by the way, did you get your your clothes here from the Feywild? It looks very the fashion, so I'm not quite sure if it was like something that you brought
Do
from
you know the
home,
dress
or-
code?
No.
Do you have a local tailor that you can recommend?
No.
Okay. Well, we're gonna like.
We're gonna be real underdressed.
I mean, Adolin looks like hot shit, so we just need to. It's fine. I cast prestidigitation on us, so we're at
I
least
have it too. We can-
clean. Yeah.
That knowledge of the hunt feature, where I can like analyze my favorite foe in that. There's no limit on the number of times I can do it. I'm not gonna try and cheese it, right? But if we were to say that Adolin could like try it a few times, like could well enough to like get an at 19 or 20 in that, could he get anything off her?
You're just
Or-
being
I
like
will
fully
do it
what
once
is the
per
CR?
meeting. So
Right.
if you meet her again, you can try again.
Okay. Just curious if he could like just wangle it enough that he starts to realise she is so far out of my league. Not in that sense, but in that sense, but also in the sense of
You
like,
gotta have some more self-esteem, though.
but also in the sense of like the scales off the challenge rating, right? And if he's getting nothing, that means she is, she's that big of a deal.
So if I might make a little bit of a leap for Adolin
Sure.
and push the dice out the way for a second
Yeah.
of this is quite obviously a devil.
Yeah.
You know this is a devil.
Mhm.
And like devils are your bread and butter. You know devils. Like that's been 4 years of your training to like kill and identify fiends.
Yes.
The fact that your abilities are not clocking this devil, I think would immediately send you into a trigger of this is a quite high, like powerful creature. Not necessarily, I flopped it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I was like, does he start to kind of come to that conclusion of...
I don't think that would be a difficult conclusion to come to.
She's very big and scary. And I think he kind of just shuts up the rest of the conversation because he doesn't trust himself to be exceedingly rude to her. Or ruin it for the rest of the party. Tell her she's got hair out of place.
Or do you?
Absolutely not. We proceeding on foot, at least until she's out of earshot then.
Yeah, I think so. That would be wonderful.
Okay. She would just waggle her fingers at you as you disappeared into the forest.
Every 15 feet, I turn around and away again.
She disappears quite quickly with the undergrowth.
I keep up the bit as long as I'm not quitting this. I want her to to cut it out first.
Do you know the tiefling woman from Legend of Vox Machina? Zara,
Yeah.
is it? Her artwork in the show is kind of like what I'm sort of envisioning, like the
Yeah.
massive curling horns,
I
like
loved her too.
the undercut on both sides, just
I'm
with wings.
Aiming a bit more for Will's patron now of Baldur's Gate.
Oh, Zora.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know what
You should look her up.
She's a
that is. You
She's
said that with a sparkle in your eye.
she's a sexy devil. She's a really sexy devil.
What did you call her?
Zora.
Mizora.
Zora.
I think she's a Cambion in the lore.
Not 100% sure actually.
She's a half devil.
Oh damn!
There you go!
Looks great. Oh, you weren't kidding about the dress. It's
Yeah.
not strappy, but yeah.
It is low cut and It is simultaneously low cut and high slit.
Yes. That is the exact vibe I'm going for. Yeah.
Bonkers.
I think once we get enough distance, are we just going full wind walk and then just
Cloud. Yep.
beeline it
Yes.
straight up the pylons, into the gorge,
Precisely.
into the
Okay.
mountains, go looking for a palace.
Okay. I'm going through the gorge.
We just take off. We are expected, apparently.
Yeah, on the telepathic bond, that's all you hear though. It's all of us going.
Clifford and Belinda are particularly happy about that.
Oh, bless them. They're so cute.
They are utterly joyful to be flying.
Nice.
Okay. Oh no. What happened?
Why did she put glitch happened on my glitch hack?
How could I?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Not quite
I
what I'm
need to
going
just
for here.
Let's see. Oh. Oh yes.
Mhm.
Google these at home.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, please do consider buying a membership for Glasgow 2024. We are very excited to be hosting it for you here in Glasgow at the SEC from August 8th till 12th. It's going to be wonderful, and we are very, very excited. We've got a lot of announcements coming out for it in the next wee while, so do keep an eye on our social medias to check out all the wonderful things that we have planned for you. But yeah, I think at that we will sign off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until next time. We
Thank
don't
you
know what
very
that
much.
is.
And we will post our next time on our social medias as well.
Yes.
We've got our calendars sorted.
Right.
Thank you all for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Next time is tomorrow, right? Oh, 2 weeks from now?
Mm.